Hey guys, Tough Thumbs here. I had two knives for you, but unfortunately the one knife was for a customer that actually comes by my house to drop off and pick up stuff. So he came by and grabbed it before I could show it. It was a Kershaw, and he said he'll bring it back next time he comes, so I'll show it then. But it was pretty sweet. It was a Kershaw Storm. But this knife here kind of deserves its own video because I also have some problems with it, some opinions about it, but you know, I just kind of wanted to get into a little discussion with myself into a camera, just on my feelings on this. So what you got in front of here is a Microtech scales, and the customer wanted these. I think it's called the MTX2 or something like that. But he wanted just full carbon fiber scales instead of just these bolstered carbon fiber titanium. Yeah, really nice knife. But so I'll show it first before I get into it. So you got this really nice blade. You guys have seen this before. The carbon fiber inlay, which I find to be pretty damn awesome. Then you got the full carbon fiber scales. Nice and thin. Basically contoured them as best I could to match, you know, the other ones. It's of course better carbon fiber here than this stuff, so it's going to look different. It's a larger, more dense weave. I try to get it to look as even as possible. It's very clean, very high polished. But you know, this one you don't get much on the sides. These you get these really nice waves. Just love this carbon fiber. It's good stuff. But it looks beautiful, perfectly centered, rock solid. Now here's where the issue was with this thing. Don't get me wrong, I love these Microtech knives. I've actually, every single Microtech I've handled, including the Balisongs, I find to be incredible knives. I mean, the SOCOM Elite is great. I did get rid of it, but I do have a Select Fire on the way. So, yes, that's right, Alex, eat your heart out. But, you know, all I could think about when I got this was, yeah, okay, I'll pimp it. And then I'm like, wait a minute, how the fuck do I unscrew this thing? So I was like, okay, I'll get a couple drill bits and whatever. So did that and then just destroyed the, you know, the screw. Looked like shit and didn't do anything. Luckily I have a sandblaster to sandblast it back to flawlessly brand new, so thank God for that. But, yeah, so the owner... You know, it was my mistake for telling him, yeah, I can do it, no problem, blah, I'm Tough Thumbs, I'm so cool, you know, so yeah, once I realized that, he's like, alright, well, I need to get a tool, and damn tools are like $150, and that's just ridiculous. So, I mean, you know, you're using this knife, and it's a hard-using knife, and you go out, and something breaks on it, you're in the middle of the woods, yeah, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do. Nothing. No tools that you can think of that can do this except for the tools they give you, which they don't give you and they don't have available either, which I don't know. I just got a problem with that, you know what I mean? Like, but, you know, this knife's really cool, and once the tools came, you know, it's pretty easy to do. I mean, it's kind of fun actually, like unscrewing these things with these little things. It's kind of neat, but you had to be very precise. If you hit it wrong, it would just scratch the shit out of the sandblast. So, you know, I had to re-sandblast everything pretty much. But yeah, luckily we found a good deal on it. I think they were like $50, but still overpriced. Another thing about this knife is I don't think the dude who owns it knew that this knife basically was made on Mars or something. I opened this thing up and I had no idea what I was looking at. No idea whatsoever. I've never had a knife that has had so many leftover parts ever. This thing had all this craziness going on. You know, he didn't say anything about milling or anything like that, and I pulled this guy, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Apparently this thing can be converted into an automatic very easily. So, yeah, we didn't discuss it, and he had it at regular, so, and I cannot, you know, this looks simple, a lot simpler than a paramilitary. It's dipped inward. I can't do this. Precision, like absolute precision for these pieces to slide in, and you know, basically slides in, the other one ducks behind it. not gonna happen. So, you know, if he wants to make it auto again, he can just put the other scales back on. But you know, we didn't discuss that, so I don't think that's a big issue. And you know, who wants to make their knife illegal anyway? But yeah, lots of spare little pieces, and even on the inside, they got these things. And I just find it a little bit weird, but yep. So it's just basically feels exactly the same. The slightest bit lighter because some of the stuff's gone, but it's just as solid, just perfect. I mean, thank God it's solid, otherwise you wouldn't be able to tighten it unless you had a special tool. But I really like the way it turned out. Sorry to rant about this, guys. I just, you know, you saw Anonymous's knife. You know, he's got this big cut here, so you can use like, you know, a coin to do it. This one, you gotta basically, you know, buy a tool, like the only tool in the world that works for this thing. But, you know, my Microtech was a regular Torx, and I had no problem with that, so I just stay away from these. Unfortunately, that Select Fire has some other weird thing, even weirder than this, so who knows what's going to happen there. But anyway, guys, been carrying this thing all day. You guys saw the video. It's a freaking awesome knife. Actually, Chavez Project told me to check out Jeremy Horton's YouTube channel. I didn't know he had one. You guys should definitely check it out. I think it's Jeremy 3000 or Horton 3000 or something like that. It is the funniest shit I've ever seen. The guy is absolutely nuts. So you guys should definitely check that out. But it's funny, this knife is actually thicker. The blade is actually thicker than damn Kershaw Storm I had here. Just the blade itself is thicker than the whole friggin' knife. But yep, I'm enjoying the shit out of this thing. Anyway, guys, kind of a beat video tonight. I'm sorry, but you know, I only have one knife. I mean, it's a very nice knife. Not everybody's cup of tea, so you know, some people are just gonna be like, nah, whatever. But guys, I was talking about some big news a while ago. I got some even bigger news coming up. Just gonna make sure it's gonna happen. So, some of you might not be happy about it, but I sure as hell am. Guys, have a great night. Peace.